Okay. You know, they beat us in every area. It's hard to come up with an opening statement after a beatdown like that. It's been a while. Doesn't feel good. I told the team, that the good news is it counts as one game. And we have to respond and bounce back. And I'll put this one on me. We weren't prepared in any area. We didn't play very good in any area, and they beat us from the start to the finish. So pretty complete game by them, and we weren't up for the challenge, and we didn't coach very good and didn't play very good.
Mark, they clearly respected you guys' run defense. Those first few drives, all they were doing was passing. Was it just separation, or was your secondary not ready tonight?
No, I think we had a pretty good understanding that they were going to attack us, down the field. We know that. I mean, they're putting things together, and playing at home. I think I mentioned it in my press conference to you, or in one of the sessions, that we anticipated that. They're a little different at home than they are on the road, and I think they come out and hit us with some shots in some areas that we got exposed.
Like you said Tuesday, you didn't think that practice was up to par to play against the whole team. Is that particularly concerning? That it seems, he talks so much about the week as just as important on Saturday as it seemed like.
It was concerning to me at the time, and I didn't feel good about it. I do think we responded and had a better week, but you can't waste any days, any opportunities, and no, can't do it.
Mark, there was some penalties early on in that first half there that were after the play. Just talk about that discipline there with some of those after the play penalties.
Yeah, or lack of discipline. I just didn't have them ready for that moment. The moment was too big for some. We didn't play very good. We didn't play very disciplined. We didn't play, very tough. We didn't get it done. And so, it's not coach speak. But I gotta. We as a staff and I have to do a better job at getting them ready and getting them prepared. That's a very good football team. That that I know some guys on their staff, and they're putting it together, and they played a complete game tonight.
There's a couple of those passes that Devin had. I don't know what's happening. Is he okay? Is there any explanation to him?
I mean, I believe he's okay. That I would have no reason to believe he's not. I was a little disappointed myself, and and usually I don't say a whole lot during a game to a quarterback to not get him off, but there's no excuse to not hit some of those passes. I mean, we get some guys wide open, and so you just put that, whether we miss, some open plays to keep it close early, and then you add in the penalties. I mean, it gets away from you very quickly when you're not playing good, and then you do some stupid things as well. You put that in their place, in the number one team in the country, and it's going to get away from you fast, and it did.
You had some guys exit early with injuries. You had Jalen, maybe Trevor.
We had some guys that were limp, hurting going into the game, and some guys that were, hurt, throughout the game. I mean, it's we're going into game 7 next week. So gets tough.
Last year you had kind of a similar game at Tennessee, and with 2-2 down the stretch. So how do you kind of catch your breath before the bye week?
Well, we have to, respond this week, and I just addressed that with the team. I addressed it with them early in the season. I actually talked about it in our first meeting of the year, that I didn't think I did a very good job of having the team handle adversity. And I knew it's going to come. That doesn't mean I believe we were going to lose a game, but even in a game, you're going to go through some adversity, some tough times, interceptions, momentum swings, and just you're going to hit it, and you have to respond the right way. And I will not tolerate us not responding. We're going to respond, You know, I have great respect for Missouri. We always have good games, and you know, we have to get back. You know, this one is, you know, it counts as one loss. That's the only good thing about, you know, this beatdown. You know, is that it only counts as one. But we have to respond and get back to work and get back to being us.
Mark, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but I guess do you regret maybe not taking the kickoff now in terms of maybe being able to get Georgia's crowd out of it?
Well, I mean, yeah, if I could know it was going to start like that, yeah, I would. You know, at least maybe I could run some clock off there and get a first down or two. I don't know, but get some field position. But, you know, we just didn't start very good. They've started they've kicked our butt from the beginning to the end. You know, in hindsight, I guess it really don't matter. Well,
You
not.
mentioned, you mentioned more than once that you thought they're putting some things together. What do you mean by that?
Well, it just, you know, again, I mean, I'm just speaking for us, but coaching football for a long time, I mean, a team's not going to play their best for 12 games, you know, or 13 if they're in the championship game. They're not going to play their best each and every week. And sometimes you put it together and sometimes you don't. They played very good, you know, tonight. It's the only thing I could speak of, you know, what I've seen on tape and how they played tonight. They kicked our butt.
Mark, you've said in the past here that it's important to not let one turn into two.
Yep.
And with where you're at in the season and a lot of, you know, rivals coming up, a lot of important things coming up, how important is it to get the guys this week to understand the magnitude of not letting one turn into two?
They understand that. I mean, they know already. I've already talked to them about it, and that, you know, we can't let it happen. Period.
Mark, the tackling has been a strength really all year, and then tonight there were some misses. What did you see on some of those?
I saw a lot of missed tackles. I saw them making us miss, and then I saw also us uncharacteristically undisciplined with dirty eyes. And then I also compliment them with the way they were creating some plays that we all look at and say, how in the world does a guy like that get so open? Well, some of it they're creating, and they did a nice job, and they got us, you know, with bad vision. And even on some of the big ones, when you see 19 running down the field wide open, you're like, how in the world are you going to leave that guy open? Well, they dressed it up and, you know, out-coached us. They did a good job.
Mark, I know it's just one loss, but it was an opportunity to get first place in the SEC East, you know, now for the second time down in Athens, to miss out on that. Do you feel like there's something that this program needs to get over that hump? Like, why is the program, you know,
I mean, we got to just keep on grinding. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to give you a headline. I mean, we're going to keep on working. It's a game. You know, it's one game that we weren't prepared for, and they beat our butt. You ask me one more time, and I'm going to say ass. They beat our ass.
Last question.
When you had some success running the ball early in the game, did you just have to get away from that for the rest of the score, or
Well,
did you wish
yeah. I mean, it's really disappointing because we couldn't stop them. You know, we didn't stop them. Then when we did, we got a silly penalty. And then we're moving the ball, and we get penalties that stop ourselves. I mean, the game really, you know, again, don't make me say it again, they beat us from top to bottom the entire game. However, yeah, that's very unfortunate, and that's not very smart or good by us to get penalties and stop ourselves when we're driving the ball and able to keep things on schedule. You know, the penalties killed 2 drives, and then a missed throw killed another drive. You know, you just can't come down here and do that, especially, you know, we have to play as a complete team, and when defensively we're having our problems, stopping them clearly, you know, and give them credit for that. But at least you could stay on schedule if we, you know, don't do silly things that we don't normally do. You know, it was very undisciplined, it wasn't very smart, and it's not very good, and I'm not very proud of it.